have no blue-eyed baby. I'm a black-haired man. I can't have no tiny baby. If it's this that murder in the case, they suing me for a child. That is not my home.
And my subject still about herbs, root, and voodoo spell. In my last program I was speaking about sacrifice to the gods from the Bible. And in the Bible there is many places you can find sacrifice. With animals, with turtle dove, with pigeons. And most people tapped into the Bible because they believe there's a God in the Bible, or they believe there's a devil in the Bible. But the Bible is so symbolic that one should not put their mind on the book. It's just a book. How did the Bible came in existence anyway, in the first place? See, in olden days, there was no library, and men from different towns in Africa, they would migrate up to the land of Jerusalem, on the east side of Africa, and they will gather there on Saturdays and Sundays, and they will shop and they will have a lot of conversation. They didn't work on Saturdays. Put it this way, they didn't know the word Saturday. They did not work when the moon changed. See, every 7th period the moon changed. So they follow this element and watch when the moon changed. So when the moon changed, it was a danger in the moon changing. So they would cease from all work in that time. Now when the European people came into Africa and saw the African men and women was doing that, they also do the same thing. In the Babylonian time, they still cease from their work because they're afraid that in the moon there was danger. Now, the Bible come in existence when the European moved into Africa. The colonial government, and they captured Babylon, which is now Iraq, and that's where they were slaving all the black people. They slave them in all type of ways. They beat them, they abuse them, they do all manner of things with them. So it's not any new mystery about what the white men do to the black men. See, the black man doesn't make gun from metal. The first gun that ever made is from wood, solid wood, by the black man. And they use rubbers and stones for the bullets. White men saw that ideas and put it in practice with metal. So most of all these things that you see the white men with, it came from the knowledge of the black man. But let's don't stray too far. See, I speak about magic and witchcraft. This you do not learn in school. You will not find any school to teach you about magic and witchcraft. Sleight of hand you would, but the true magic to get a man better or to remove the demons. And you see in the Bible, it speaks of all of that. In your Bible, it speaks about demons and sacrifice. So the gods need blood for sacrifice. See, Moses himself did sacrifice with the serpents unto the ark of the covenant. Genesis 22nd chapter, verse 11 and verse 12. So you see, there's a whole bunch of sacrificing in the Bible. Solomon also offered sacrifice, sheep and cows. 3rd King chapter 8, verse 8 and verse 5. Solomon himself offered sacrifice. All these people of the Bible that you base your mind on, they offer sacrifice. I want to get to all these magical spells so much, but I have to tell you about the book that every man rests their mind on in the Western world. As black people, we need to leave the Bible alone. And that's why we have all these problems. We base our mind on the Bible. You see, the Bible is written by the white men. They remove the text from the manuscript and scroll that the black men have in Africa for many, many times gone. And they translate it their way and put it into a book that they call the Bible. So they decode it into the book they call the Bible. So you will never understand this. So they subdue your mind. So you fight against yourself. Now we need to leave it alone and start taking the land back from the white men. Plant potatoes, bananas, sugarcane, so we can have food for our people. So once you can have food for your people, then you will have it in the right way. Food and clothes for your people. I'm talking the black people. And don't matter if I don't make sense to you. There is someone who will get some sense out of what I'm saying. What I'm saying you're not going to find in the Bible, neither books that are written by the white man, because the history of the black man is wrote by the white man. How can a white man write the history of a black man? See, when the black men came from Africa, they didn't come by the free will. They came here by the white man, tied them and brought them here. And I know most of the people said voodoo and witchcraft is evil. But I'd like to explain to you what is evil. You know what is evil? When 6, 7 men have guns and they all have a big stick and they tie a man and put him on the herb to lay down and they beat him for 2-4 hours. That's what you call wicked. Do you know what is wicked? When another race take a man and tie him to the back of a truck and drive the truck off and all his parts, his hands, his feet, his head come away from the body. That is wicked. Do you want to know what is wicked? When another race take a woman and cut their stomach and remove the unchild born, the unborn child, and hold it up in front of the mother or the father and cut the head off and walk away, that is wicked. Do you want to know what is wicked? When another race go into another race land, take the land away and burn their house down and take their food. That's what you call wicked. Witchcraft is not wicked. Witchcraft is spiritual power. You can subdue the body. That's not wicked. But the white man slapped it out of the black when they brought them here. So they could not communicate with each other. When they came here, they could not speak the English language. So they forced it into them. So they sing songs of praise. Decode their problem in song. so they could understand each other. See, the English language made by the white man, that's not an original language like you're born and grow up into a land and everyone speaks the same language there. No. This is a learned language. So the white man gave it to the black people of the Western world, and they also go down into Africa and gave it to the black people that live in Africa. So they speak English, call it broken English. We don't speak English. We speak Amharic and Hebrew. See, they translate the Bible from Amharic, that's the language Jesus spoke, as you call him Jesus, his name is Emmanuel. And then they translate all these words into Hebrew and Greek. How could you Hebrew? And it was not in Hebrew. Where is the original language of the book of the Bible? As you call it, the book of the Bible. Where is the original language of the manuscript and scroll that they found in Africa? People, you need to wake up. Black people, wake up. You need to stop talking about these churches and all these gods of the Bible. All these churches, you need to take them and turn them into schools. If you want to keep church on Sundays, that's fine. But the rest of the week, you should have them to use them for schools. Teach your children your own knowledge. Not the knowledge of the white man and his English and his language. No. We need to teach our children the original language of the black man. What is the original language of the black man? The original language of the black man is Hebrew, Amharic, not no Greek and English and Spanish. And they have a few dialects. What language Jesus spoke? Emmanuel. He did not speak Hebrew because he's from the line of David. Now, I know you're asking, he's from the line of David. Who is David? David is a black African king. If he's from the line of David, and the lady that they call Mary and David is not family, so Joseph got to be somebody's son. And you better get in your book and look if you can find it out. Because if I reveal everything to you, you will not get any understanding. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. Of course I know what I'm talking about. Because the man filled with power. His name is not Jesus. His name is Emmanuel. I want to get to all these magical spells that you can see for your own self. How to use herbs and how to use root to get your own medicine and get your body up and running again. Take toxic out of your body. Just like tobacco. I'm going to give you one of the herbs because I'm waiting for too long. Do you know tobacco is the most powerful medicine you have upon the face of the earth? You see, the Indians that were living here, they used tobacco to get rid of parasite, internal parasite, external parasite, sores, boils. How did they use this herb? See, they did not smoke this herb. How did they use the herb? Now, I hope you're listening because you're going to miss it if you're not listening. You see, the green tobacco, they have to spray the green tobacco when they plant it, that caterpillars, they call butterflies, when they change from caterpillar. They change from caterpillar to crystal, and from crystal to butterflies. So the butterfly will go there and lay the eggs on the leaf. And those small little caterpillars will eat all the leaves off the tobacco tree because it's a powerful medicine on the toxic they like. If you take the green tobacco and you extract the juice from it, 1 teaspoon, and put a touch of salt into it, and you drink it, it will get rid of all the parasite in your body. Hookworm, pinworm, all of those parasites in your body. If you have body lice, you know what is body lice? Men that don't cleanse themselves properly have body lice. The odor build up on them so much that body lice come from themselves. They're not coming out of the herb. The lice come from your body. Did you understand me? The lice is coming from the body. You have head lice and you have body lice at the private part of your body. If you extract the juice from the green tobacco and you have body lice and you rub the juice on the private part of the body, all them body lice would die. All the lice from the body will die. Fleas on your dog. If you take the juice from the green tobacco and you put the juice on your dog, all the fleas going to die. Prove it for yourself. If you can get the tobacco here. I cannot find green tobacco. I nearly get arrested trying to get into some place to pick some green tobacco. So I just leave it alone. Because they don't sell the seeds in stores. But write me a letter. Write me a letter. Look for me on the web. You've been waiting for. And I'm going to speak of witchcraft, herbs, and magical spells. You need to leave those doctors alone, black people. Stop talking about the Bible so much. Leave the Bible alone. I said you will not be better from the Bible. No matter what you do, you will not be better. You will not be rich. You will not be poor. If you're physically strong, you are rich. If you're not physically strong, then you are a poor man and poor woman. Because look, everything in the herb belongs to you. Did you understand what I just said? Everything that is in the herb and above the herb belongs to you. It belongs to every man. The birds, the fish, the ocean, the water, the trees, the animals, they all belongs to you. Why are you fussing like you don't understand? You have 5, 6, 7 men gather up all these things for themselves and call themselves government. And all you're doing is standing by and looking. What's wrong? Don't you know the basic laws of nature? That all things belongs to you? You was born here. Why you think some men are going to tell you that you can't have this and you can't have that, and this belongs to you? Wake up. Wake up. And don't let them fool you and tell you nothing belongs to you. It belongs to all of us. The land, the ocean, the fish, the birds, it belongs to you. So let me tell you something. You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be afraid. You have to take over. Take this land over. This land is yours. You cannot go and pick certain herbs because 6, 7 men gather themselves up and call themselves government. And you believe in the government. You're still using the book you call the Bible and trick your mind. Your mind has been tricked. So you know what? As a black brother, I got to get some of you back and I got to rewash your brains. I gotta rewash you again because you've been brainwashed.
Black men can't have no Chinese baby.
But I don't know how I'm gonna do that because you're so stubborn and you're fixing your ways.
This is murder.
Because you got so much chemical in your body that you're fixing your ways. So what I need to do, I'm gonna brainwash you back. Rewash your brains and remove all the chemicals, and then we can get together.
They want sue me for a tiny baby.
Because I speak with a man the other day and he told me that, I said, when the white man ready, he's going to send you all back to Africa. He said that will never happen. I think they were saying the same thing when they took them away from Africa, that it will never happen. But they took them out of Africa. See, listen, we don't make planes. We don't make trains. We don't make big ships, cargo ships or passenger ships. We don't make dynamite and we don't make guns. And we don't make chemicals. But we use the most chemical as a black race. Now, what can stop the white men from sending you back to Africa? What power do you have to stop them from sending you back to Africa? They brought you here, they brought you here, and they breed you. They breed you to sell you back to each other. They put you in pens, like chickens. And men will come from different parts of the United States and will come down and bid on you like in Louisiana. Bid on the best one. Pounds, 20, 40 pounds for you, because it's a good stud. So they can make more from you and sell them to other plantation master. You know what? All you black people are trying to forget the history. That's what happened to the black people. You're not sitting down and teaching your children that. Why? All you want to do is merrymaking. Merrymaking, dancing and drinking. Contaminate the body. You don't have no time to communicate with the spirit anymore. And when a man is good and upright and strong, you condemn him. Because he's not in your filthy ways of homosexual, as you call it. It's called sodomy. Sodomy is filthy. And you could imagine all the black men and women getting into sodomy. The women of the 90s, they are so filthy. They are so filthy. You cannot find one decent enough to marry and call your wife. That's how filthy they are. As a upright and clean man, you can't get in that filth. You cannot find a decent woman. They're too filthy. So when I find one, I'm going to rewash her brains, because she's been brainwashed, and bring her back into the real world unless she understands that this hurt is hers and it's mine too. And remember, write me a letter.
They want sue me for a baby.
If you think I hexes and you write me a letter.